Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Here we have today a CX-5. This is the 2.2 150 PS, so that's 148 horsepower diesel engine. And this car is automatic. Now, in my opinion, this is the best combination of CX-5 because it's got the torque, which gives the car the performance it deserves, and with the automatic transmission, that refinement as well. Okay, now it's presented in deep crystal blue, the black leather interior. And as I walk around, let me tell you a little bit about it. Now, we actually sold the car from new in November 2018. It seems like yesterday though. We've always serviced the car. We last serviced it in November. Okay, but we will put it through the workshop just to make sure everything is tickety-boo with the vehicle. Okay, anything that requires doing shall be done. Now, it's a family car. Family live locally, so it will need a valet. It's had it. I've given it a quick clean, but it will have another valet ready for the new owner. Now, these are really well spec'd, so let's start at the rear. And it's in really good condition. There's the odd, I'll be honest, there is a tiny pin dent there, but I've got my paintless dent removal man coming to see me, and he shall remove that in a matter of minutes. Now, you've got the auto tailgate. Now, this is something you won't even get on the new car, on the sport model, because due to chip shortages and other constraints, Mazda have had to delete some spec from their vehicles, as have other manufacturers. So you tend to get more on the older cars. How's that? Now, you've got these really incredible, useful little levers, which I remember Mazda debuted on the Mazda 6 back in 2002. They're called karakuri seats. It means like jack-in-a-box in Japanese culture. But those seats fall down. Well, as you can see, look, little imprints. This car had a boot mat. Okay, so that's why the boot mat, the boot is in such incredible condition. Let's pop these up. Now, in 4-seater mode, you've got this lovely armrest where you can put your mobile phone, and you can charge up your USB device. You've got ISOFIX anchorages here, so the two outer rear seats. Keep your little ones nice and safe. And check out the rear door, the entrance. It makes it very easy to put children in and out of child seats, and that's something that I never could quite understand, why people would consider boots and how to get the kids in and out of the car, until I became a father, and that is really, really useful. Okay. I say so. It's a very lovely car, I must say. We're very busy at the moment, but my valet sort of spent 20 minutes just getting it up to standard for the photos. But as I say, we will valet the car. Electric windows, mirrors, auto folding wing mirrors. You've got electric adjustable front seats, and their memory with lumbar support on the drivers. Now, these are plus model vehicles. Now, you may already know, but the plus model cars come with a lot of the safety features as standard, which was previously an option. So you've got blind spot monitoring. So little lights will light up in your wing mirrors should somebody be overtaking you or undertaking you. If you go to pull out on those people, on that vehicle, it'll also bleep as well. Okay, so you've got that as standard. You've got lane keep assist. Now, actually, I'm going to start the car because it's really cold. We've got two keys for the car. So you put your foot on the brake, press this button here, and the car fires into life. Let's get the heated seats, heated steering wheel, climate control, dual zone. So I've got it all on full blast because it is really bitterly cold. It says here it's 11 degrees, but it feels much colder. Must be a bit of wind chill. Now, you've got lane keep assist, so the car will help keep you within those white lines. If you were to let your hands off the steering wheel, the car will actually correct itself twice and then tell you to hold the steering wheel. You've got smart city braking, smart brake support, which will apply the brakes should you be distracted and your car sort of rolls In traffic, when you're doing sort of under 20 miles an hour, yeah, if you were to roll along, you're distracted, you're looking out the window, get too close to the car in front, it will apply the brakes. So it's got safety devices, all the very useful safety devices, which are all recognised by insurers, therefore make the car a safer vehicle, and therefore very good on the insurance grouping and should reflect in your insurance premiums. You've got adaptive cruise controls. That's what you don't get on the earlier cars, so the non-plus models won't have that. They have the regular cruise control, so that will track the vehicle in front, and should that vehicle slow down, your car will in turn slow down. You've got automatic wipers, automatic lights, you've got adaptive, you've got LED lights, adaptive, you've got high beam control, that's what I meant to say, high beam control. So you put your high beam on full, you go along, someone comes the other way, it'll dip your lights, and that is amazing. And I often, I'll sort of, well, not so much now because it's been out a few years, but I'd say, look at this, put my lights on full beam, and then a car comes down the road, no one's flashing me because the car has dipped its lights itself. Okay, now you've got a 6-speed automatic gearbox, and it's a proper automatic gearbox. Now I know what is a proper automatic gearbox? Well, my definition of a proper automatic gearbox is it's seamless and it doesn't roll back on hills. Okay, so it's got a torque converter, which this has, which means it's a seamless gear change. This, though, unlike those older classical sort of gearboxes, it's not 3 or 4 speed. It's a 6-speed gearbox, and you can drive it manually if you wish to do so. Okay, but these diesels are Euro 6, just because that's sort of topical at the moment. It's Euro 6. It's cleaner than a petrol, arguably, but it's a Euro 6 plus, I believe. So these are super. Super diesels. Please don't get it mixed up with the older, dirtier diesels that have been demonised. And this really is. You drive this, and you drive the petrol version. These are so much better. So this is where I would spend my money. Okay. Now, got up, down, in and out, and steering column. Climate control we went through. You've got a built-in sat nav there. The sat-nav is superb. You just put your postcode in and off you go. Now, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you will know that the diesel auto is my favourite, but you'll also know that I've used one of these sat-nav systems to drive to the natural border between Poland, Slovakia and the Czech Republic, which is the Tatra Mountains, a place called Zakopane. So I actually used this sat-nav by whittling it down by country, town and street name. And it did me a great service, so I always thought I'd mention that in my video. That's my own personal experience. The other thing, if you're not familiar with areas or you're conscious of fuel prices, you can search bits and pieces, lots of different places, but fuel station, you can actually search by the brand. I mean, there's fuel stations there that I've never heard of. But hold on a minute, what have I done here? Fuel station, yeah, around here, search. There you go. So it's got all the fuel stations, the names, the direction, yeah. And once you set up a Wi-Fi hotspot from your phone, the car's connected to the internet, you'll also get fuel prices, which, I mean, I never used to take any notice of fuel prices, but now I see such a disparity in prices. I'll always go, and save myself 15p a litre sometimes. Okay, so very, very useful indeed. On the apps page, you've got things like fuel economy monitor. Now, I used to say this is very boring stuff, but once again, I think we're all conscious of, running costs, etc. So that's a nice sort of page to have. All right, now that was reset because I reset the trip computer. But these are economical. You're looking into the 40s to the gallon at a minimum. Okay, on a long run, 50s. Okay, and it's got the start-stop technology. It's on not ready status at the moment, but when you brake, you're stationary. The engine will cut out when it's running at its optimum to save you money and also to be good for the environment, of course. Now, for those of you who like to use all the functionalities of your smartphones, you can update this to have CarPlay and Android Auto. If this car was a couple of months newer, it would probably have that. This is when they sort of came in, but you can upgrade this system. It's £300 fitted. We can do that before you collect the vehicle. Okay. Once your phone is, oh sorry, I've got ahead of myself there. You've got DAB radio, you've got AM, FM, DAB, AHA, Stitcher, Bluetooth. You've got the USBs. I think I mentioned they live in here. Okay. AHA, Stitcher are apps. I've never used them. I don't know anyone that has. I'm not really promoting that, am I? But they've deleted that on the newer car. Sat nav we've been through. And you can stream all your music as well from your phone. I often stream things from YouTube. Heads up display, you can adjust that there, and then you can set that to your city setting. You can also change the brightness, rotation, etc, etc. Okay, so lots of settings here, but I will just sort of skim through this because we could be here all day. You can turn that display off as well if it's irritating you. Safety now. Distance recognition support, so that's the radar cruise control. Smart city braking, smart brake support, went through that. Blind spot, lane keep assist, yeah. So the safety's in abundance. You've got a BOSE stereo. It's fantastic. Please do, play your favourite tune and turn it right up. It won't distort. It's very, very good indeed. You've got a GPS synced clock, so you never have to work out how to do that twice a year. And you've got some nice settings here. For example, I don't know why people don't select this. Probably didn't know. So I've now selected walk away lock, yeah, and I'm going to put the volume on high. So when I walk away from this car, so when I get back to the dealership and I walk away from this car, it will bleep and lock the doors when I walk away with the keys on me. So you can't lock the keys in the car. Okay, I think that's a nice setting to have. And then you've got other things like let's go back into door lock, auto door lock mode, yeah, so you can turn that on and off. All right, that's good. I think good, especially if you've got kids as well. And also it's safety, you sort of drive along, you want to be in a locked car. You hear horror stories, but touch wood, nothing like that will ever happen. Okay, so really well spec car. It's actually super rare, and the reason I say that is, unfortunately, a lot of people are media led, and you get these horror stories about, banning petrol cars, banning diesel cars, and all this sort of thing. So when we were selling diesels, the majority of the cars diesels, a lot of people switch over to the petrol sort of through the fear mongering, I would say, and so there wasn't so many diesels sold. So when we do get the diesels back in part exchange, we're quite excited because we often do sell them. We sell them quite quickly. We often sell them out of area as well. But I think they're a fabulous car. But as I say, the Euro 6, nothing to worry about there in terms of ULEZ and bits and pieces like that. I think we'll all be driving electric cars before. We'll all be driving electric cars once. This won't be banned, I shouldn't imagine, until petrol cars are banned. So there's a long, long time, if that ever happens. I'm quite cynical. I don't think it ever will. And it's got the AdBlue, you see. So this is super clean. So this is a Euro 6 Plus car. Okay, that keeps the NOx levels down. Okay, now, we're a Mazda dealer. I'll share... have I printed out the right thing? Sorry, my printer's on the blink. Here we go. Look, TW White & Sons, Alpington, 2 miles. We did the PDI. Then we did his first service in 19, then 20, then 21, 22. November 22 at 23,592. We've now done 24,464. So we know the car, and it is imperative that you have a full Mazda history with these diesel cars, because they are a more complex beast than the petrols, and they need to be serviced properly. Okay, so it will come with a year's Mazda warranty. Please don't get this confused with these sort of like supermarket warranties, etc, etc. It's a Mazda warranty, ZZ Plus, the follow-on from the manufacturer's warranty, and it also incorporates roadside assistance, and not a silly roadside assistance package which really you have to upgrade for it to be any good. This will be home start, yeah, this will be European cover, passengers will be covered, etc, etc. So that's part of the Mazda used approved program. All right, We do have warranty extension facilities. We've got great finance facilities, delivery facilities, all dealer facilities. Yeah, we can also do a video walk round, online consultation. We can send you more photos, more specific photos, videos, any information on this car that you require. Okay, so couple of other things I want to mention as well. Should you be looking at this vehicle outside our regular business hours, don't let that prevent you from inquiring. We do keep an eye on our emails, and we do pick up our voicemail, so you can even give us a call, leave a voicemail, we shall call you back. Okay, part exchange. Now, we really want your part exchange, despite what this sort of stuff you hear on these heavily advertised sort of companies about getting a better deal, etc. You'll get the best deal with a part exchange, but please do put your reg number in, you know, and do all that sort of stuff, and then come to us. We want your part exchange. It doesn't have to be a Mazda or a Suzuki. Check out our used car offering. You'll see that we have lots of cars, and it keeps things interesting because I get to advertise lots of different vehicles. Okay, so I want to thank you for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed doing it. And this steering wheel's got lovely and warm now, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye bye.